I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case, me. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm me being a living person, I don't my name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name. So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes. Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's court hearing took quite a turn. The defendant, someone who claims to be a sovereign citizen, spent nearly the entire time arguing with the judge, insisting the court had no authority over him. You've probably seen this kind of behavior before, denying jurisdiction, saying they don't consent, and generally trying to derail the process. But the judge wasn't having any of it, and frankly, it was refreshing to see someone finally shut that down. Why do these folks always think so?
Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else. So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. So,
No problem.
Recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. Is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. And me being a living person, I don't my name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there. Okay.
I don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all, period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Simply saying, I don't recognize the court will somehow make the charges disappear. Let me know what you think in the comments now. Let's jump into it. This defendant couldn't have been more unprepared. It was like watching someone attempt to act out a courtroom drama with no script. He started tossing around legal terms, like jurisdiction and living man, but clearly didn't understand what any of them meant. It looked like he had watched a few videos online and thought he could wing it. You could actually see the judge trying not to laugh, and even the bailiff looked amused at times. It was awkward for everyone involved, and you could feel the secondhand embarrassment from the people in the courtroom. Let's keep going and see how this played out. Then things got worse. He admitted on the...
Okay. And you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening, that charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
Okay. So what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So I'm not asking if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of not having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And your overstanding is incorrect, sir. But we are not going to get into that for now. You are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor.
Record that he'd been driving without a license for 2 years. Or, as he put it, traveling, since sovereign citizens believe changing the words somehow makes it legal. That's the very issue that brought him into court in the first place. And now he's doubled down. In effect, he gave the judge exactly what was needed to make the case even stronger. The surprising part, he was oddly polite for someone challenging the entire system, but unfortunately, that didn't help much. He clearly needed a lawyer or at least someone to stop him from saying more. Let's get back to it now. Let's talk about the judge. She handled the situation like a pro. She didn't let him take over the hearing, but she allowed just enough room for him.
With a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So
at this time, the court is going to set a pre-trial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
Ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pre-trial for that entity?
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pre-trial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pre-trial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded the documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case. That's I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records. Is that good enough?
Whatever documentation you have, bring it with you to your pre-trial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So, and again, that court date, June 26th? Okay. Will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction though, correct?
Yes.
From my understanding, that has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
You are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay, so at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to jail?
Him to trip over his own words. She stayed calm, in control, and didn't get caught up in his distractions. It was a perfect example of how to manage one of these difficult situations. Despite everything, this virtual court hearing remained fairly structured and even a bit entertaining without going completely off the rails. That's rare. Personally, I still think people like this should have to appear in person. Giving them a Zoom hearing can sometimes make things worse, but in this case, it worked out better than expected. What did you think of the judge's approach? I thought she did a fantastic job keeping the courtroom on track and not letting the nonsense take over. Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy these kinds of courtroom moments, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new videos daily, so there's always more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.